Hello and welcome to the Kill Stream. I'm your host, Ethan Ralph, the owner and the editor-in-chief of theralphreport.com. We are joined, as just about always, by Gator and Zidane, the co-host, and we're also joined by Mr. Andy Warski. How are you doing today, Andy?
Terrible. as terrible as you could feel after having a show. Talk about dumpster fire. Oh, first of all, the mics weren't working properly. And then my two buddies in studio are black, and it's just the N-bomb being dropped constantly. I start panicking. I'm on camera. I look like I'm panicking. Then they're like, the dude Jordan was just like, Jesus Christ. So like, so it was just fucking uncomfortable, and it was a spiral of just horrible. I've never felt more like shit after a fucking show.
Yeah, I told you this before I came there that I was on another show and I kind of had it pulled up and it looked a little uncomfortable, but I couldn't really hear it. And then I went to go listen to it and I saw that you had taken it down.
When you go an hour in, you're like, all right, we're gonna have to end this.
Oh god, yeah, that's
never a good sign.
Nope.
Yeah.
You can feel when it's dying, and you're just like, all right, I gotta get off the air here.
Yeah. Like we all looked at each other and we all just nodded our heads, like, yeah, this is shit. All right, let's just. and I want to take calls and shit too. And I fucked up the Discord. Now it's working, but it was fucked up. So I was just depressed and like, why did this fucking happen?
Everybody has a mulligan night.
Yeah. No, I think I have to do some soul searching tonight. That's what I'm gonna probably be doing, and figuring out where I'm taking the show. Yeah. I just think I'm overthinking it. That's my problem.
Yeah, a little bit of it could be that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just have to go with the flow and just have fun. I mean, I've said this 1,000 times on here, and to other people who are starting to stream or like what you do is I just try to have fun. If I'm not laughing, if I'm not having a good time, then people they're not having a good time. They're not laughing either. So that's just my entire
Agent
deal.
Andy's in the chat and he said, "Looks like I need to take Andy on another IRL blood sports. Don't be
yeah. I'm the fucking loose. Oh, and then on top of all this, I just start getting calls from a bunch of people. I'm like, what the? Why is my phone? So my phone was like vibrating on the table during the whole show, and I'm like, someone's dead or something, 100%. But it's a bunch of people who saw this report in some paper in Montreal. Apparently, that there's 3 cases where someone spray painted on walls that said, "Long live Richard Spencer, Jean-Francois Garapé, and Hail Warski." So the police are involved now. And on the paper in Montreal, as a headline now, I just see Hail Warski, and I'm like, oh boy, this got a little bit out of control.
Somebody tweeted that at me. I mentioned this to you before, and I was like, nah, that's not real. Somebody, that's fake ass shit. But no, it's actually real. Actually, I have this clip from JF. Do you want to watch that, or it's only like It's only like 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Here, I'll put it in the lounge area of the Discord. And Gator also posted the actual Montreal Gazette thing. But I'll play it. Actually, JF has a crack towards the end that was a little uncomfortable. I don't know, but we'll play it. It's 2 minutes and 48 seconds. By the way, I'll give him props. His intro is pretty snazzy. I'll give him props.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna play it right now.
Asking from yesterday. Today, our first news item. I have to talk about it. It sucks, but there were graffitis done in Montreal in my name. So let's jump into it. Alright, so today some news items have emerged indicating that there were graffiti alt-right graffiti, they say, done in Montreal. Normally it would be my policy not to comment on this because I don't want to encourage that kind of behavior. However, people on social media are like, oh, it's the neo-Nazis again, they're doing graffitis, and so I feel like I need to talk about it. The pictures have been taken. It looks like the graffitis have been done tonight. There was one graffiti saying "Save Richard Spencer" with flowers and a heart. There were J.F. Gariepi, King of the World. There was also 1488 and J.F. Gariepi just on its own. So of course I oppose to graffiti, but I also won't spend my time here moral fagging and saying to my audience, please don't do graffiti, because truly I don't believe that this comes from my audience. This every time these cases are investigated, you end up finding all sorts of things in the kind of people who do that. Sometimes they are ideological opponents who want to make a certain political faction look like they are willing to do vandalism, and I think that it may very well be a conclusion of this investigation. I hope that the police finds who did that. No. And I hope that we end up finding that they are not true supporters of mine. However, if they were, I totally oppose to this kind of action. Lauren, have you seen the graffiti?
No, but I just wanted to say at first I thought we were about to have a discussion about some scientific story on gravity. You were talking about graffiti. It took me a couple times to read that, but I was wondering if you actually had an alibi for last night. I mean, it looks like a bunch of spray paint of your name.
Last night, Lauren, I was making love to a woman. That's my alibi. Oh. You know it.
It must have just been a super fan, then.
I mean, personally, I think that we will find out that this looks like Antifa, especially the way they write J.F. Gariepi, King of the World. I don't think that my fans are that stupid to think that. King of the World.
Right,
I don't.
That part actually makes the whole video worth it. Where he goes, you know it, and she's like,
You know how to respond to it.
Yeah. So that's the clip. Let me read these few super chats because they're complimentary. Inedible Trout says Team Warski forever. Gabriel Lopes says Team Andy. Inedible Trout says Team Warski. And the Crimson Satyr says, don't do graffiti, stay in school. So yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. That's fucked up. Obviously, I disavow people from, spray painting. Like, it's obvious. That's, what do you think? Do you guys think it's someone who's a political opponent on the other side who are trying to make him look bad?
I mean, we've seen that before plenty of times, so yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Also, wouldn't surprise. I mean, people, it could just be a troll. You know what I mean?
They're just having fun. There's probably like 15, 16-year-old kids doing it.
Yeah, just fucking around.
Yeah, most of the time, graffiti is done by kids, and they just go fuck around.
Yeah.
So I would.
That's yeah.
To get all, I mean, it's just graffiti. To get super butthurt about it, it's like a little weird. You just paint over it. It happens all the time. No, it happens all the time around here.
Like how someone in the chat's like, it's called promotion, Andy.
Yeah. Dude, over here, they graffiti trucks. Like, if you leave your truck on the street, they'll just mark it up. Like a white truck, like a moving truck, or whatever. So, it's sort of nuts. So, it's not a big deal. I don't know why they're like going. It's like, oh my God.
You know what I mean? It's easy clickbait, so.
Yeah.
You can just easily write it up.
If it was my thing on there, I would go take a picture with it. But that's me.
I mean, Montreal's
I think my favorite part is the quote in the article. I can't pronounce her name. It says Anne Labriquet or something like that. It says, I looked him up, said Anne Labriquet, an employee at the bar Sportive who discovered the graffiti on two of the bar's exterior walls when she arrived for work in the morning. He wants to make ethno-states. I had never heard of him. From what I've read, I don't agree with him.
Oh yeah, here's the Hale Warski read another, possibly referring to a similarly minded alt-right Canadian YouTuber. That's how I described you, Andy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like I go from the worst stream I've ever had to like, wait, what? All I could do is just laugh. Oh my God. It's just ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I mean, what can you do but laugh at that?
Yeah. I think my next step basically is just trying to find people I meshed well to be on the show, and just don't panic the way I did. I don't know,
just to kind of plug the gap so you figure out permanent solution.
Because those dudes were really uncomfortable too. I mean, like at the end of the show, they were like, "Yo, like that was fucked, but whatever. I understand." So it was hard to get anything going.
Yeah,
because they're just like reading the chat, and I was like trying to minimize the chat, So yeah, sorry guys. I'll put it back to live chat. I'm sorry, top chat, because live chat's probably a bad idea in this situation.
yeah.
Saw the word monkey written a lot. Like nudging them, like, you guys, sorry.
Hey, you just need a stopgap until you figure out that final solution, so to speak.
Oh, the final solution.
Yeah.
What about a co-host or something? I know you're, when you started it, you're like, you'll think about it and you'll go with it, but
Well, by the way, like people are going toxic chat. No, I don't care. It's they were the ones that were uncomfortable. I was just like, whatever. They were the ones started like just reading the chat and panicking a little bit. And I tried to like minimize. I even wrote like in Notepad, like, don't worry, they're just trolling. You know what I mean?
Well, they're
like,
not familiar with the cult, you know what I mean, with the YouTube comments and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, what is this? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like taking a random person off the street and then like exposing them to YouTube chats. They're just kind of like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. I had to like explain to them, like, they just want to say nigger for fun. Like, trust me, guys, it's fucking hilarious. You guys, just when you get into it, you're gonna love this. Trust me.
If you're not used to the internet or haven't been on the internet, you don't understand like what it's like, and people really get like they look at the chat and they go, "Oh my god, what is happening?"
Yeah,
It's like no, just let it roll. Just let it roll.
Next time, I just have to fucking minimize that chat, especially when I have a minority or a Jew on. Like, if you're white, you're cool. Chat's open. Yeah, but no, I'll figure it out. I just like, obviously, thanks for letting me head on
no problem,
and explain.
I'm glad
it was
could come on and talk about it for a minute.
Yeah, definitely. But I know you're gonna have someone on in a minute here, so
yeah, we're gonna bring Neelan's legislative director on. Yeah, man, just anytime. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, guys. All right, I'll see y'all later.
Later, Andy.
All right, peace.